Hello friends, myself Professor Prashant Mahajan working as an assistant professor at AISSMS Institute of Information Technology Pune. So we have started water technology in the last lecture, and in that we are going to see today types of water, then types of hardness, its units and numerical on conversion of milligram per liter into calcium carbonate equivalent. So, can anyone tell me what are the two types of water? Yes. So, there are two types of water, that is hard water and soft water. So, you can see here. So, there are two types of water, that is one is hard water and other is soft water. So, that can be confirmed when we use or we react water sample with soap solution. So we are going to mix that soap solution with the water. So there are two things are going to happen. Either it will form lather or foam with the water sample. Means if the water sample is, you can see directly here, the water which form lather with soap solution is called soft water. And the second, the water which does not form lather but forms precipitate with soap solution is called hard water. So if the water is giving lather, then that is soft water. If it is not giving lather but forms precipitate with soap solution is called hard water. So you can see, so this is your water, and this is hardness present in the water, calcium chloride. This is also hardness present in the water. This is sodium stearate, that is called as soap solution, or sodium salt of fatty acid. So this is soap solution, this is soap solution. If it is forming precipitate, that is of calcium stearate and magnesium stearate. So this is doing reaction with this calcium, that's why it is forming precipitate which is insoluble in water. So that are the types of types of water, soft and hard water. Next is hardness of water. So hardness of water is due to presence of certain salts of calcium, magnesium and other heavy metals in water like calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, ferrous sulfate and aluminum sulfate. So these are the ions. Indirectly you can say there are five cations or metal ions like calcium plus 2, magnesium plus 2, aluminum plus 3, Fe plus 2 and Mn plus 2. And there are similarly 5 anions, that are chlorides, sulfates, nitrates, carbonates and bicarbonates. Out of that, the soluble are the hardness causing ions, the salts of the above. So this is the hardness range given for the water. So if we are calling it as a soft water, then its hardness is 0 to less than 75 milligram per liter. That means if the hardness of a water sample is below 75 milligram per liter, then it is called as soft water. If the hardness is in between 75 to 150 milligram per liter, that is medium hard water. Then next is, if the hardness of water is between 150 to 300, then that is hard water. And last, if the hardness is 300 and above 300, then that is called as very hard water. So this is the hardness range for water to be called soft, medium hard, hard or very hard. So next is types of hardness. So first type is temporary hardness, which is also called as carbonate hardness or alkaline hardness. Second type is permanent hardness, that is also called as non-carbonate or non-alkaline hardness. So first one is temporary hardness, which is also called as carbonate and alkaline hardness. So this is due to, as you can see here, it is written carbonate. That means it is due to presence of carbonate and bicarbonate, but that should be soluble. You can see here the name carbonate itself indicates it is due to presence of soluble carbonates and bicarbonates of calcium, magnesium and other heavy metals. So the five anions which I have talked earlier, out of that two are here, but that should be soluble carbonates and bicarbonates of all metals like calcium, magnesium, iron, aluminium and manganese. So some salts are given. So you can see salts like calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate, magnesium carbonate and iron carbonate. So these are the salts which are causing temporary hardness. So that can be removed by boiling water. So what happens after boiling? If water is containing calcium bicarbonate, upon boiling it is converted to calcium carbonate precipitate and carbon dioxide and water. So if the precipitate is formed, that can be removed by simply filtration. Then next, if magnesium bicarbonate is there, if you heat that magnesium bicarbonate, it will give you precipitate of magnesium hydroxide and carbon dioxide. Similarly, if magnesium carbonate is present, that will give you precipitate of magnesium hydroxide. So if the precipitate is present in the water, that can be removed by simply filtration. So temporary hardness can be removed by filtration, sorry, boiling and then filtration. So that is temporary hardness. So how to remember? You can remember only carbonate and bicarbonate. Metals will be the same in the both hardness. Second one is permanent hardness, that is also called as non-carbonate or non-alkaline hardness. Cannot be removed easily due to chlorides, sulfates and nitrates of calcium, magnesium, aluminium, manganese, etc. Okay, so in the first case there is carbonate and bicarbonate. In the second case there is chlorides, sulfates and nitrates of calcium, magnesium and aluminium, manganese and Fe. So salts are like calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, calcium nitrate and magnesium nitrates. So that are the some salts which cause permanent hardness. And below methods of removal are given. Soda lime method is there, sodium phosphate, sodium aluminate, zeolite method that we are going to see later on in this unit. Desalination method is also there. RO method is there, that is reverse osmosis. Electrodialysis is there and ultra filtration is also there. So out of that we are going to see zeolite, desalination, reverse osmosis and electrodialysis in this unit. And last, the formula total hardness is equal to temporary hardness plus permanent hardness. Then next is degrees of hardness. So we are having two formulas. So if the salts present in the water is given in the milligram per liter, we have to convert that salt into calcium carbonate equivalent. So why to convert? The weights of, you can see the weights of different salts causing hardness are converted to weight equivalent to calcium carbonate. So that we have to convert into the same unit so that we can add that. So why it is converted to calcium carbonate equivalent? So you can see the first reason, its molecular weight is exactly 100, which makes calculation more convenient. And second, it is the most insoluble salt in the water. So that are the two reasons why we are converting the milligram per liter of salt into the calcium carbonate equivalent. So there are two formulas. First is calcium carbonate equivalent of any salt, that is equal to weight of salt per liter into equivalent weight of calcium carbonate divided by equivalent weight of salt. That means any salt, like if Fe is given, you can see the below numericals. Calcium sulfate is there, magnesium bicarbonate is there, aluminum sulfate is there. You can use this formula for all the three numericals. Okay, and if only bivalent salt is present, means what? if the salt given has metal ion has same valency like calcium, then you can use this formula. Means calcium is having plus 2 valency, here calcium is having plus 2 valency. So in that case you can use this formula. Second, magnesium is having plus 2 valency, calcium is having plus 2 valency, aluminium plus 3, calcium plus 2. So in the first two numericals, you can use both the formulas. You can use any one or you can use both formulas. But if you are going to consider third numerical, you have to use only first formula. So if the valencies of the salts given and calcium carbonate are same, you can use any of the above formula. But if the valency of salt given and calcium carbonate is different, you have to use only this formula. Okay, so you can see here. Next is units of hardness. After that, we are going to see the numerical. So there are four units. First is ppm, that is also called as parts per million. It is the number of calcium carbonate present in 1 million, that is 10 raised to 6 parts of the water. So that is called as parts per million. So 1 part of calcium carbonate is present in the 1 million, that is 10 raised to 6 part of the water. That is first unit. Second is milligram per liter, that is mg per liter. It is number of milligrams of calcium carbonate equivalents present in 1 liter of water. As 1 liter of water weighs 1 kilogram, that is 10 raised to 6 milligrams. Therefore, 1 ppm is equal to 1 milligram per liter. So, next unit is other units, that is degree French and degree Clark. So, if the hardness is present in the very low quantity, then third unit is used, that is ppb, means parts per billion. Next is numericals on conversion. So you can see directly the numerical. Calculate the hardness of 13.6 milligram liter of calcium sulfate in terms of calcium carbonate. So as I discussed, if the valency of calcium carbonate and given salt is same, you can use this formula, that is calcium carbonate equivalent of any salt is equal to weight of salt per liter into molecular weight of calcium carbonate divided by molecular weight of salt. So 13.6, it is the molecular weight of weight of salt per liter. So this is 13.6. Then molecular weight of CaCO3 is 100. So that can be calculated. Calcium is 40, carbon is 12 and oxygen is 16. So 16 into 3, 48 plus 12, it is 60 plus 40, that is 100. So this is 13.6, this is 100, and molecular weight of calcium sulfate is, you can see, calcium is 40, sulfur is 32 and oxygen is 16. So 16 into 4, it is 64, 32, that is 96, and 96 plus 40 is 136. So you can write 13.6 into 100 divided by 136, the answer come 10 ppm. So this is the numerical number 1. So similarly, you can solve the numerical 2. So same is the procedure. 14.6 you have to take here. Then 100 will be the same, and you have to just calculate the molecular weight of the magnesium bicarbonate. So we are going to see third numerical. So you can see hardness of 34.2 milligram per liter of aluminum sulfate in terms of calcium carbonate. So as I said, if the valency of calcium and if the valency of given salt and calcium are different, you have to use this formula, that is calcium carbonate equivalent of any salt is equal to weight of salt per liter into equivalent weight of calcium carbonate upon equivalent weight of salt. So equivalent weight of calcium carbonate is, that is 100 by 50, as valency of calcium is 2, that is 50. So you are writing here 50. This is 34.2. Then aluminum sulfate, if you calculate, aluminum is 27, then sulfur is 32, and then oxygen is 16. That comes 342. Then divided by 6, because there are 2 aluminum. So 1 aluminum is 3, then 2 aluminum is 6. So 342 divided by 6, that is 57. So if we put that values, so you can see here weight of salts per liter, that is given 34.2. So I have written here 34.2 into 50, that is equivalent weight of CaCO3. What is equivalent weight of calcium carbonate? That is molecular weight upon valency of calcium, that is 100 divided by 2. So that is 50. So here that is 50. Then equivalent weight of aluminum sulfate is molecular weight of aluminum sulfate divided by valency. So aluminum is 27, that is 54, that will become 54. Then sulfur is 32, then oxygen is 16 into 4, that is 64. So that total comes 342 upon 6, that will be 57. So after calculation you will get the answer 30 ppm of CaCO3 equivalent. So that are the numerical of conversion of any salt in milligram per liter into calcium carbonate equivalents. Thank you.